Hi, I'm Leslie, and this is Simply She. And today's episode is simply Buddhism. My guest is Frank, and Frank is new to Buddhism. How long have you been doing it?
I have been practicing Nichiren Buddhism for approximately 8 months now.
Okay, what I really want to know is it a religion? Because my understanding is that it's not a religion, that you can be a Christian and be a Buddhist. You can be a Hindu and be a Buddhist. You can be a Muslim and be a Buddhist. Is that true?
Everyone I know considers themselves a religious Buddhist. But one thing about Buddhism you'll find out is it's wildly flexible. The Buddhism I practice is called Nichiren Daishonin Buddhism, and I'm a member of the Soka Gakkai International, which is the SGI. A lot of people know my Buddhism because it's the Tina Turner Buddhism. Tina Turner and What's Love Got to Do with It? It changed her life. So one thing about this Buddhism is it's very flexible. What it teaches you is when your heart tells you it's right, trust your heart. I was raised Catholic. It never really stuck with me, Catholicism.
So isn't Catholicism a religion of guilt? I mean, everyone I know is so guilty about it. Do you think that has something to do with why you decided to become a Buddhist?
No, even when I was in kindergarten, I never connected with Catholicism. And nothing wrong with that, it just wasn't for me. And so all these years later, I happened upon Buddhism, and it clicked. The tenets of Nichiren Daishonin Buddhism are so similar to what Jesus Christ taught that DePaul University has just started a master's degree program in the teachings of our president, Ikeda. So if that gives you an indication, DePaul University is the largest Catholic university in the United States. So they have a master's program based in their teachings of my Buddhism. So it really is based in respect for human life.
If you had to sum it up in just like 3 sentences, I'm still not grasping anything about Buddhism from what you're telling me.
In 3 words, you know what it is? Faith, practice, and study. You need to have faith in the Buddhism. You need to practice your Buddhism, which is Nam-myoho Renge Kyo, which a lot of people may have heard through the Tina Turner movie.
Nam-myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam-myoho Renge Kyo is
The meaning of Nichiren Buddhism. What that does is it essentially...
Okay, again, I hate to interrupt you. This is way too complicated. Is it not about your spiritual being and being one with yourself? Is it not everything that we've heard about where you sit there and you actually think and take everything else out of your mind? I mean...
Nam-myoho Renge Kyo is an outward meditation. The vibrations your voice makes when chanting Nam-myoho Renge Kyo align you to universal law. And let me tell you, when I started chanting Nam-myoho Renge Kyo, within days my life changed.
Your life changed just with your relationship with other people?
Everything.
Did you look at them differently?
Everything.
Did you feel more connected?
In Buddhism, they often say, chant to prove that once you're in line with the universe, your life just works.
Okay, now we're getting somewhere. To me, getting aligned with the universe and being one with the universe, that way you can connect easier with other people, whether it's your job. Have you noticed an improvement?
That's what it is. It's connecting with other people also. Another thing that Buddhism teaches is pure respect for all human life. Every person on the face of the earth has the Buddha nature inherent in them. So even if they're not a practicing Buddha, it's still in them. So I treat everybody as if they're a Buddhist.
Are there levels of Buddhism? Do you actually, one day you just are doing some chanting and some meditating, and then all of a sudden you're at a new level and another level? And what is the highest level?
Well, maybe in some sects of Buddhism, I'm a member of the SGI Nichiren Buddhism. We are a lay organization. We don't answer to monks. We respect greatly the Dalai Lama, but he's not our leader. Everybody is on an equal playing field, men and women. And another thing this Buddhism teaches us is that we can attain enlightenment in this lifetime.
What does enlightenment mean?
It means pure happiness. If you are really a practicing Buddhism and you chant faith and study Nam-myoho Renge Kyo twice a day, morning and evening, I almost will guarantee you can get through anything. What we say in this Buddhism is, if you're facing a challenge or a crisis in your life, people will say congratulations, because they know you have the tools to deal with it and get through it.
Do you have to find the group or organization that works for you? Because with Christianity, I can go to 20 Methodist churches and not resonate with any of them.
They will always, one thing Buddhism tells you also is question, question, question. One of my first meetings, a man said, don't take my word for it, put it into practice, chant for something specific, it's gonna happen. It's almost like scientific in its results. And let me tell you, it was. I chanted for something, and I'm not gonna get into it, but it was what I chanted for came through in 2
Very
weeks.
well. Okay, I need to break this down a little bit more. You're talking to a class of kindergartners.
Okay.
I'm a kindergartner. How would you explain, just in a quick paragraph, the philosophy behind Buddhism?
Gosh, there's so many.
I'm a kindergartner.
Okay. The philosophy of Buddhism is respect all human life, and if you have faith, practice, and study in this Buddhism, you will be aligned with
But
the universe.
again, when you say in this Buddhism, I don't know
Nichiren
what that
Buddhism.
means. The question is, I'm a kindergarter, and I have no concept. Is
You
it
look
to
good
make-
for a kindergarten
Oh,
kid.
shut up. Is it supposed to just make the world a better place?
Buddhism is also about doing our best to achieve pure world peace.
There, as a
Okay.
kindergartner, I can
Yes.
appreciate that, and I like it, and I'm really curious about it. Being a woman who is a Christian, I sort of like the spirituality end of Buddhism.
It's really what you bring into it and what you get out of it. People call it a religion or a practice because I choose to call it a religion for me. But I also tell people I practice Buddhism because I do faith practice study every day. But I was never a religious person. I was never a spiritual person.
Have you ever been discouraged?
In Buddhism?
Yes. Has
No.
anything happened where you just thought, this is a bunch of shit?
No, you know what? Like anything, people always screw it up. Some people want you to study and practice the way they do it. But if Buddhism tells you anything, when your heart tells you it's right. We don't chant to the statue, the little chubby man with the belly. We don't have any statues.
Oh.
What we do is chant to what they call the Gohanzen, which is a scroll that people may have seen with all these Japanese characters. And it's not sacred, but it's an object of respect. We have one in our home, and when you do receive your Gohanzen, you are officially a member of Nichiren Daishonin Buddhism. Sort of I was raised Catholic, I had a confirmation.
And that is a acceptance into Catholicism. The Gohanzen, what we do is that's what we chant, Nam-myoho Renge Kyo.
Go twice a day.
Oh, I'm sorry. What I really want to know is, no, seriously. Okay, what I really want to know is, I walk in, I want to be a Buddhist. Do people surround me? Do they hug me? What's going to happen?
What's
People
gonna
are
happen?
Scared
It's,
about something new and a new venture.
Our Buddhist, it depends on what meeting you go to, but we have what we call a toso. A toso is usually Sunday morning, like people go to Sunday service, and we chant Nam-myoho Renge Kyo for an hour. You can chant it for 5 hours, whatever, but we usually do 45 minutes, and then there'll be a couple announcements. One thing about this Buddhism that's fabulous is if that meeting is scheduled for an hour, it is over in an hour. We don't linger.
I like that.
They're generally really nice people. They're not pushy.
Do they want you to not be a Christian? Do they want you to not be a Muslim?
No.
Do they not?
No.
So there's no.
Not from my experience. I've never had that. No. We are hoping to achieve pure world peace, and we are doing our best to try to make everybody in our lives happy.
That's the bottom line.
Happiness
It's
and world
becoming
peace.
one with the universe, resonating with other people, you being happy and other people being happy.
Yes.
If you had to really put it in a show, and it's through meditation. Okay, Frank, I am totally in. This is something that I think we all really need to investigate. We want to go. What is it we do?
Start with sgi-usa.org. That's the Soka Gakkai International. And then they will tell you if there is a Buddhist center in your neighborhood.
We just make an appointment.
You
we
can
walk
in off the street like I did. I walked in off the street to most centers
I like
will have
that.
a few intro meetings every week. You don't have to go to an intro meeting, but I highly recommend it because they break down what Nam-myoho Renge Kyo means and how we chant.
I and my friends, we are all gonna go just walk on in and show up.
Let's make the world a better place.
Yes, and everyone
And it really
happy. Anyway, thank you. This is Leslie signing out from Simply She. Till next time.